I'm gonna show you the Somali footage.
Wait. This footage is of the
protest. Yeah.
Of the protest.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of people who have prejudice against every race, really, at our school.
There were no injuries and no arrests. But it's the second time police were at the school in just a week.
Same thing,
no, exactly what I was just trying to say right now is that it goes back to Qabil, right? So when we didn't have anybody infiltrating Somalia, we turned on each other, aka Qabil, aka warlords and whatnot. The day the Italians, and I'm strictly talking about Hamad, the day the Italians were like, hey yo, we want to take over your country, we booted their asses out of there. We made sure we came together and united as a country, and we told them, hell no, we ain't being no slaves.
On that note, let me show you this video, all right? I want you to tell me what you think.
barkaat magacaygu waxaa la liibanaada maanta waxaan ka hadlaynaa qabiilka iyo qabyaaladu horta dad badan baa isku khalda labadaas qabiilkuna waa hal shay qabyaaladuna waa hal shay qabiil markii la gaaro waxa waaye qof walba qabiil buu ka imaaday waxa waaye micnihiisa waxa laga wadaa meesha ka imaatay yaa tahay معناها قرشو لكن دواتو وحي تهي قفك مركو قبيالدو استعمالو ودهو هبل بانا هاي ادي هبل باتهي فلما هدلي اما وايقلي بتا تاسوا خرب قبيالدو ومانتا وحوايه وارنتا مانتا نكينتي مريكنك يقربها تشوف.
Okay, so just like this gentleman said, is there a difference between, yes, I get it. Qabil is, yes, your history. This is where you come from. This is where the family is. You know what I mean? This is where you stand. But then they're saying, yo, it's not the Qabil's fault because it's about how people use it, you know?
How people apply them. But at the same time, it's like, why are you going to give, you know, it's like gangsters, right?
Yeah.
You're going to give somebody a blue bandana and say, rep your set. But don't be too violent. Don't hate the red. Don't do it.
No,
Can't do that.
How are you gonna give?
You're giving them free range to fuck around, man. That's not man. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know this firsthand, but apparently, like this issue, even though like with the younger generation, you know, it's supposed to be like cooling down and dying down. Apparently, it's making a comeback. There's people in like London or like the real hot places where that's all people talk about.
Oh yeah, for
you know
sure.
what I mean? Yeah,
hell
Qabil.
yeah.
That's all they associate with.
You go to the States for sure. They love that. England, they love that. Dividing lines are, it's. They're having fun with it, man. It's like they won't speak.
Listen, I have this thing. I'm telling you, people from like UK, for instance, Qabil, which is not a positive experience for a lot of people, they still have that. So you have Khadija that's 16 talking to, I don't know, give me another name, Halima. I'm just coming up with names here, but Halima that's 16 as well. And they're repping sets, like they're repping each other's Qabil, like, yeah, I don't like you because you're such and such, and I don't like you. But they're 16, grew up in UK, and they still have that mentality.
You see, it's like I don't know. Yeah.
Man, I half the time I forget my own last name. Like, I don't even remember my Qabil. The amount of times my parents have told me my own Qabil, and I've written that down. I have written it down somewhere. I remember. Let me tell you a story. I was talking to this gentleman, which found out that he wasn't a gentleman. But anyways,
quote
unquote, a gentleman. And we were supposed to have a conversation that night about Qabil, and like he's asking me, where you from? What's your background? And I didn't want to tell him that I had no idea. Like, I've been told before, but I don't remember. So I called my mom's, and she gave me like not only my Qabil, but like that Qabil of that Qabil, like the background of the background of the background. And I had to write it down. And he asked me, and he was like, so what are you? So I told him I'm reading it off of paper, right? So I'm like, I'm such and such and such. But that doesn't mean anything to me. I don't know what that means. Does that mean I'm a robber? Like, I used to rob people. Like, my Qabil used to rob people. My Qabil used to eat people. Like, I don't know what that means. I'm just who I am. I am, you know what I mean? Like, I'm Bulk. That's it. Period.
Bang, bang, anywhere gang.
I'm Bulk. That's it. This is what you get. Period. So I don't even know what's the point of saying it to anybody, because I don't even know what that means.
It's a lot like the Game of Thrones. who's what families,
Yo,
houses.
exactly.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
Yo,
straight
but
up.
that's
Somali
exactly
Game
what
of
it
Thrones.
is. But that's what it
who's
is.
the Lannisters, who's the Targaryens, who's all that good
Yeah,
stuff.
you know what? The next man that asks me about Qabil, I'm gonna let him know that I'm a Lannister. End of story. Period. Take it for what it is. I am a Lannister.
I'm a Targaryen at heart. The father of dragons.
Give him my money. So yeah, man, I think it's useless. To be honest with you, it's 2015, and
No,
I don't,
no. I'm not trying to say. We're not trying to say that it's useless. What we're just trying to say is, let's just cool it. You know, I think it just should be stopped for a while, and then it's like kids. You know what I mean? Like if you're a parent, if your kid misuses a toy, you know what I mean? You
take the toy away?
You take the toy away.
You can't do that,
You
though.
know what
Like,
I
you
mean?
can't-
Or you're in class and the teacher takes your phone away till the end of the class.
I think
know
you
what
just
I
start
mean?
ignoring people for that. It's the way to do it, right? Like, if they
True,
ask
why
you
not
questions,
just eliminate
shut up,
it?
please and thank you. Anytime I ask you,
why not
somebody
just
asks you,
eliminate it though?
Exactly. Just
Like why
eliminate it.
not?
you can't eliminate something that's been around that long. You know what I'm saying? So all
Exactly.
you gotta do is ignore it. Then it'll become less, it'll hold less water. Every time someone asks you what your qabil is, you just say, yeah, go that way, please and thank you.
Right.
You just ignore them.
All right,
You
so
know what
how
I mean?
about this? How about this? You know your Qabil, right? You know your Qabil, you know your Qabil.
That ain't none
I
of your
know my
goddamn
Qabil,
business. That's what
but
it
we
is.
don't use it. We don't use
No.
it against each other.
I know. Right now, I'm not supposed to be even in the same room as this nigga.
Yeah,
I'm not supposed to be in the same room.
because of your Qabil.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Ain't
Do I
that some
know?
shit?
Do I know why?
I'm not sure.
You know what I mean?
Do I care? That's the real question.
Yes, that's the real
The
question.
real question, and the answer is hell to the motherfucking unjust
No.
no.
You don't care, man. I couldn't hate on you because I don't understand. You can't hate something you don't understand, and I don't understand.
But people hate what they don't understand. That's humanity. That's humanity. That's human nature. So now we're getting past Qabil and Somalis. We just get into the raw human nature things. You don't
basic.
understand something, you hate it. That's not. You don't understand. You want to figure it out. What happened to the explorers? The smart motherfuckers who used to try and decipher
Yeah, but can I say something though? Okay, so I'm such a hypocrite, but I've always heard. So check this. I've always heard that guys from Hargeisa treat their women like queens, right? And I've heard this over and over and over and over and over. I'm not even talking about Qabilas at this point. I'm talking about location.
Yeah.
Like guys that are from Hargeisa, fine, we'll say Qabil. Guys that are Isaac treat their women right. And I've seen nothing but the truth. So as much as I'm hating on this, I'm saying completely eliminate it, there could be some truth to it. You know what I mean? Like I've seen, I'm telling you right now, I've heard it as a young child, as a young adult, and as I grew up, I saw it with my own two eyes. Like, Ahmed is Isaac, and he's treating, Halim amazingly.
I don't know about
No,
that.
no,
I don't know
you
about that.
fell
That
for the
can
trap.
go either
You
way,
fell for
man.
the trap.
That
You
can
fell
go
for
either
the
way.
trap.
That's-
It didn't happen to me.
No,
Come
I
on
know,
now.
but you fell for the trap just because two guys did that. You know what I mean? You're gonna associate the whole clique. You know what I
You
mean?
can't paint different
So,
people with the same brush.
Yo,
That's
you
the whole
can't
point.
you can't take it and be like, oh, if it's good, rep us. But
Yeah.
if it's bad, no. You can't put us all in the same circle. No.
Yeah.
Like you can't have
I'd
both
probably go
ways.
seek out a Isaac dude and then watch him treat me like shit. And I'm like, what the hell? I got sold a dream. What is this? I heard you were supposed to treat me like a queen. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I it's a double-edged sword, but like I said, I don't understand it. So
but listen,
I don't even like take it to region or tribe.
But we did 3 videos. We did a skits, and where we took it was like supposed to be for this episode. It was like a tribal. It's like like a Qabil. It was what was it? What would you call it? It was like a prank. It was a Qabil
little
prank.
bit of
It was a
prank,
Qabil prank that we did. And-
Situational observation. or
Yes,
something like that.
situational observation. No, it's not. No, it was a Qabil prank. That's what it was. It was a Qabil prank.
Let's get down to brass tacks here.
And after doing it, and we got like our cousins involved and stuff like that. Like we brought some OGs to tell us what to say and what to do. And after watching the video, we had no idea what the joke was. Or if it was funny, if it was hurtful, so we just didn't even include it in this podcast,
Right.
You know what I mean? Because we had no idea, like it went over our head,
Right.
That we were just like, we can't put this because we don't get it, you know?
Man, let me tell you something. I like I said, I don't know about Qabils, but the Qabil, like the tradition of Qabil runs so much in Somali's bloods, like individuals as well as a community, that I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but I was told when I was younger, there was I guess you could say a Qabil. I don't know. If I'm saying it wrong, listeners, like I said, we're pretty much useless. So you let us know.
Yes.
You let us know what's going on, and if what we have is correct or what my childhood. Let me know if my childhood was a lie. Let me know if my childhood was a lie. But anyway, so I was told that there's I'm gonna call it a Qabil. Let us know if it's not true. But Midgans. All right, have you guys heard of them?
I think I've heard of it.
So anyways, Midgans are supposed to be like the gutter of the gutter.
Somalis are so derogatory.
Like you do not.
No,
First of all,
the names. No.
so you don't mess with Midgans. You don't talk to Midgans. You don't marry Midgans. You don't.
Why not?
You don't because I don't. First of all, the word Midgan. What does Midgan
It is
mean?
a tribe. It is a tribe.
Okay, it's a tribe, but what is the word Midgan?
I have no idea. It's a tribe.
Right? I'm what I take it, all right, and we all speak different Somalis, by the way. We're all different from different regions, so everybody has a different definition. But Midgan means I would describe it as like a soulless person, like a person that has no soul.
No.
This is from what I take. Like I said, listeners, let us know. Somebody send me the Urban Dictionary reference to Midgan. You know what I mean? So this is what I take it, but it runs so much in our traditions and our history that I was told, like, you don't mess with Midgans. You don't talk to them. You don't marry them, so on and so on and so forth. So I once asked, I was like, why? And I got like some crazy historical fictitious story, like something about like there was two guys walking in the desert.
Yeah.
You heard about that, right?
Yeah.
Two guys walking. So let me
heard
tell you, I'm gonna butcher this story, and like I said, listeners, please let us know. I'm about to remix this story, but please let us know.
Do you know the full story?
I know somewhat. I don't know the full. Listen, what I know is pretty much what she knows too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Well, help me.
Help her.
All right.
Help
for sure.
me.
For sure.
So essentially, I'm going to butcher this, but like I said, listeners, please let us know what the full story is or the correct version. But the remix version that I have in my head is that there was two guys in the desert, and they were walking in the desert for a few days, and they were starving, obviously, and they can't find their way to their destination, and they find a dead carcass. I think it was either another human being like that was passed away, or an animal of some sort that was, Anywho, they find food essentially, and so one of them digs in. One of them is like, bro, I ain't about to die in this desert, so I'm gonna eat this carcass. And the other one was like, nah, man, I don't eat a dead animal or a dead human being. You know what I mean? Like I don't eat that. So one guy was like, yo, I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna survive. I gotta do what I gotta do. So he yum just got in there, and so, man, I'm about to remix this. I don't know how the story ended.
I know. Basically, I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I heard that version, and I heard a remix version.
What's
too.
your
Wait, how does it end though?
It just ends all the guy labeled them, like he just went off on him and
Yeah.
unloaded an onslaught of item to this guy. And basically said, whoever you give birth to is on the same page as you, goddammit. That's it.
Yeah, I think that's how it actually ended. You know what? I think they went to the village. So they finally found the village. This is my. I swear to God, I think this. I'm starting to remember. But they went to the village, and the one guy that didn't eat was like, yo, there's finally real food, halal food, right? Islamically slaughtered. And this guy, he was like, yo, this one's full, my nigga. Like, this one been eating in our journey. And they're like, yo, what'd you eat? He was like, a dead carcass. You're like, well, you're a fucking Midgan.
You're as cold as ice. Cold-blooded.
Haram, man.
Cold-blooded.
So I think that. So then I guess that guy's kids are kids, and
Somalis
after
have no
his
chill.
wife and whatever else he had.
No, man.
Somalis have no chill. That's wrong, though. That's
They're
wrong.
called Midgan.
That's some hater shit, though.
So here we are, 2015, and there's people that are legit Midgan, like that are I guess rep the tribe Midgan. And they're getting hated on. Like, they can't even marry outside of Midgan has to marry a Midgan.
All for one man's doing.
That's it.
Yeah, one man's doing.
That's it.
I don't get it, though, but yo, you see what kind of shit is that? That's hypocritical too. Because think about this: how much like people in any other tribe, they have a bunch of scumbag lowlives that do garbage nonsense.
Yeah.
And that don't represent the whole squad,
No.
right? That's all.
Yeah.
But yet, you know what I mean?
Yeah. We should start coming out with our own new tribes. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Like, so if
Bringing new sense.
you have a bundle of people that are like ugly, that tribe would call we'll
call him
I don't know. We'll call him Wajahun. Straight up. That's it. So you are now.
We're gonna have to end it. We're gonna have to end this.
That's it. We're done our first episode.
So this is the end of our first episode. We're gonna be coming out with another episode next week, and then hopefully, inshallah, the week after also. Inshallah. So Sheeko Sheeko is just like we said. It's just gonna be a discussion. We're just gonna be kicking back, talking, and just enjoying ourselves. I know a lot of people are still confused. We're confused.
We don't know who this for. Yeah.
So hopefully, you guys liked it. As you can tell, we've enjoyed ourselves. This is the first episode. And I think...
wait. We gotta... sorry, before we go, I just want to let you guys know that if you're watching this on YouTube, the clips that we have and the topics that we've talked about, any of the video clips that we have or even images are on YouTube. So if you're listening to this on SoundCloud, it's still a great show to listen to on SoundCloud. But if you were looking to look at the images as well as the videos, you would have to go on YouTube. So just letting you guys know, you have your both options.
All right. On that note, it's a wrap for the first episode. Inshallah, we'll see you guys next week.
Sheeko Sheeko.
Sheeko Sheeko. Peace.
Bigi wa